What is up, Knights of Vex? I hope everyone is having a good start to Hump Day because later today we have the beginning of the Grand Arena season. I cannot wait to get out there and test all the new Datacrons and squads and compositions on my live stream. I hope to catch you guys there. But before we get to that point, I want to have a little bit of fun and a little bit of speculation about the next Conquest unit coming to Galaxy of Heroes and why my predictions I think has some merit. And I want to know what you guys think too, because there is a particular unit that is in a desperate need for a lifter-esque unit. And I'm sure you guys saw from the thumbnail, but even without the thumbnail, I think anybody else can guess about who I'm talking about. It is none other than Galactic Legend Jedi Master Luke. This character is really struggling recently and is in very desperate need of a lifter unit. Now, we all know it. We've been saying about it for a while that he needs some help. People argue that Jedi Knight Conquest is his lifter unit. I argue that he was not a lifter unit. He was just an extra, very strong Jedi, but not really super game-changing like some of the lifter units like Darkside Rey or Commander Ahsoka Tano or Ezra Bridger for Ahsoka. Very different. And honestly, I'm finding I'm using JML less and less, especially in certain grand arenas where I'm going through an entire board and he's still on the bench. And he's definitely a Galactic Legend that I have remaining all the time. Can he beat very good squads? Yes. Is he the top of the line meta? Absolutely not. And honestly, Jedi Master Luke has a lot of potential to be very good. He's just missing a little bit of an extra spark. Maybe something that can get him to his ultimate a little bit faster, because it does take a little bit of time to get to. So I want to talk about not only the lifter units I think can be associated with JML, but also why I think it's coming next. So with that said, let's get into a little bit of a Reddit post that I saw listing all the Conquest characters in order of their release. And then I will go off memory of when they were released. So let's head over to that post really quick. So I was doing a little bit of search, and we're going to zoom in really quick over here. So let's go zoom in. Now, this is a Reddit post. Big shout out to Morris who helped out with this. It's been edited from even 4 years ago. They edited it 4 days ago, going over the releases of the Conquest units in order, starting all the way from Razor Crest all the way down to Cobb Vanth. And if you're looking at this list, you're going to see the different lifter units all that came out. So, brand new Conquest unit Cobb Vanth will be released at the end of this week. Expect a video about his Omicron order, his modding, and team comp later this week. So I hope you guys check that out. But it's been Cobb Vanth, Satele, Stranger, Maz, and then SM33. Now, SM33 was listed as a lifter unit for Pirate King Hondo Ohnaka. I believe he was released exactly a year ago from the date of Cobb Vanth's release. So that'd be exactly 1 year without a Galactic Legend lifter unit. And I think they're going to release one very soon. So before that, it would be Darkside Rey and Ezra Bridger. So they had like back-to-back, a pause, and then another one. Now we've had 4 units in a row not lifting a Galactic Legend unit. So Stranger was a lifter unit for Starkiller. Satele was I'm not sure if you consider her a lifter. She's just an absolute beast of a leader for the Old Republic. And Cobb Vanth is forming a new Constable faction. Maz Kanata was forming a new different team. So, and Jocasta Nu was a lifter unit for Master Mace, which is crazy because he's still not even at the level of where he needs to be, even with a lifter unit, but that's a whole separate conversation. The whole point is, it's that it's been a year since we've gotten a Galactic Legend lifter. Now, some would argue that maybe Jabba is in line for a lifter unit, and he might be next, but Jedi Master Luke has been in the game longer. I think that he is more in line for a lifter than Jabba. Jabba will eventually get one. Jabba is way better defensively than JML, and even offensively has a really good use as well. So, I really think that it's going to be a year to the date since a Galactic Legend lifter that this is Master Luke's time to shine. We've had so many different units that come out since SM33 that have not been a GL lifter unit that I think it's time. Now, the big question is that we've been talking about and speculating for months is, who could it possibly be? And I've narrowed down 3 options that I can't think of anything else. Maybe they'll create a new character from scratch, but if I had to guess, it's one of these 3 characters, and I have them listed on the left. So, starting first, I think what I would personally like to see, because I think it's kind of cool. We've seen that with Darkseid Ray in the game, even 5-second clips will, doesn't even matter. A 5-second scene in Star Wars is a whole character kit in Galaxy of Heroes. So I think option number one that will most likely be the lifter unit is going to be Jedi Leia. Now, I think that'd be really cool. I'm not sure how the community really feels about having another Leia in the game, but we've had multiple we have multiple Obi-Wans even after the release of Galactic Legend Kenobi. We have a new Darth Vader. Even we have a Lord Vader GL. So I wouldn't put it past CG to release a lifter unit like Jedi Leia for Master Luke, and I think it'd be kind of cool having that synergy of brother and sister. Her Leia with the lightsaber, we never really got to see that much, only in Rise of Skywalker. So to be able to play with Jedi Leia in Galaxy of Heroes as a lifter unit for Master Luke would be a really cool synergy. But the question is that will they actually do it? I think that she is one of 3 options that it could possibly be, but I'm very curious about what you guys think about Jedi Leia. I think she could be really cool with maybe enhancing his ultimate, passing Jedi lessons, maybe making him more of a defensive viable team. I think that'd be really cool. Make them immune to percent max health damage to stop Inquisitors, or they're immune to Purge or something like that. Something to make Jedi Master Luke a little bit more viable on defense I think would be a really fun option, because we've had really good offensive tunes. I think a nice lifter unit to make him good on defense would be a very fun option. Now, the second choice that I'm going to go with that I don't think is going to be a thing, which would be really cool if it did, is going to be a light side Mara Jade. Now, I'm not the biggest expert of the lore with Mara Jade. I know she's a very cool character. We obviously have dark side Mara Jade in the game, but I've heard a lot of community members and players loving the idea of a light side Mara Jade for Luke Skywalker, which is, I think, technically his girlfriend in the comics. I could be totally wrong about that. Again, I'm not an expert with Mara Jade. I know more of the Old Republic type of lore kind of with Star Wars, but with this aspect, I'm not an expert. But a light side Mara Jade would be pretty cool. But I do remember on X recently that I was going through, I like looking at all the Star Wars stuff. Lucasfilm said that, or I think, was it Disney or Lucasfilm mentioned that Mara Jade is really, not able to be touched. Definitely on the back burner. Not going to be in lore or, what's it called? Canon. It's not going to be a canon character for Disney Star Wars. So maybe they're just, blowing steam up our butts and she will be coming to lore somehow. But I think that Mara Jade is more than likely not going to be a lifter unit, even though it would be fun. I think that'd be kind of cool. Good nod to the expanded universe, but we're going to have to see. Now, the third option that I'm going to guess, which I think is a good possibility, and this might be not everyone's most popular pick, but what about Force Ghost Yoda? We got a Force Ghost Yoda in Rise of Skywalker. It could be pretty cool. I don't know if that's too closely aligned with Hermit Yoda and having multiple Yodas on the team, but I think that Force Ghost Yoda is kind of cool. For as powerful as Yoda is in Star Wars, we don't have a unit that correctly represents his power. Yoda is the most powerful Jedi of all time besides Anakin Skywalker, but we should get a unit that reflects his actual power in the universe. A lifter unit for JML would be kind of cool. I'm not sure what the Force Ghost's ability could be. Maybe you do see him do stuff, lifting the X-Wing, I think. But I think Force Ghost Yoda would be a kind of cool lifter for JML. We're going to have to see. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that JML is in desperate need of a lifter unit? Do you think one of the 3 options I've listed is going to be one of the lifters for him? Or do you think that we're going to get someone else? So, if JML is not getting a lifter unit now, who is going to be the lifter unit for the next Conquest character? Or who's just going to be the next Conquest character in general? My prediction, if I had to guess, is that we're getting a lifter unit for JML. He will be the counter for the new Galactic Legend Mando with his lifter unit at the end of the era or the end of the Conquest cycle. So we're all going to struggle against the new GL, and then JML with his new lifter unit comes out, and then all is good. So that's a big tinfoil hat theory. Vex just speculating. More of a very fun type of video just to talk about possible things with the new Conquest unit, because at the end of the week, we're going to probably get some news about the new Conquest unit. So I thought let's have some fun and speculate. So leave your thoughts down below in the comment section because I want to know what you guys are thinking. So if you guys did enjoy this little bit of a speculative, fun type of video, leave a like, comment down below, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel for more content to support your boy Vex. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.